I am grieved today about the situation in Independence.
Some nursing home evacuations during Hurricane Ida.
We're panicking. She's not here, but nobody called us.
Were a complete disaster.
This tragic incident involving a very vulnerable population.
After they were evacuated to this location, 4 nursing home residents, they are dead.
The suffering.
He is very traumatized.
The not knowing.
At this point, we're really upset and we have no idea where my mother is.
It was a fearful time, and in some cases, a deadly time for some Louisiana residents.
Hopefully no one ever has to go through this again.
Renata DeRosa's mother lived a nightmare in the days following Hurricane Ida last August. Evacuated from her nursing home in Lower Lafourche Parish, she went here to a warehouse in Tangipahoa Parish, where too many people were housed with too few supplies and little staff. Over 800 people packed inside. You can see the conditions in this video obtained by NBC News. 12 people died.
Unfortunately, she remembers everything, and it did take a toll on her, but we have her and she's safe.
The Tangipahoa warehouse was eventually evacuated after Ida passed, and the elderly moved to safer sites. The person allegedly responsible for sending hundreds of evacuated elderly people to this place is Bob Dean, who owns several nursing homes in 2021. He's still the focus of a state AG investigation and several civil lawsuits.
There are citizens and operators within Louisiana that just are more worried about their own bottom line and their unjust profit than taking care of the elders.
Stephen Garcia is a New Orleans-based lawyer whose firm specializes in elderly abuse and mistreatment. He has several of those pending lawsuits stemming from Hurricane Ida last year. So with hurricane season just weeks away, we asked Garcia, does he believe Louisiana is better prepared to evacuate the elderly if another storm approaches?
If the government is not willing to enforce the regulations that they create, it's really busy work.
Lawmakers at the state capitol have heard that and other complaints since last summer and say they're working on reforming the elderly care system.
I think now, especially after this latest incident, Travers, it is, the eye is on them.
Numerous lawmakers, like State Senator Kirk Talbot of Jefferson Parish, have sponsored legislation they claim will make meaningful changes for nursing homes. Following recommendations from the Louisiana Department of Health, the ideas include requiring nursing homes to file evacuation plans electronically, make sure parish emergency leaders approve them, and make their reports, if a facility is evacuated, public. But the two big areas Talbot and his colleagues are honing in on center on backup power and enforcement.
We don't require nursing homes to have generators in their facilities. 2, there was nobody that was really the final say on the evacuation plans, on whether those were good plans and whether those were inspected properly.
So the River Ridge Republican and his colleagues want to make generators mandatory and make the Louisiana Fire Marshal have the final say on enforcing plans nursing homes submit. Talbot uses the failed evacuation to Tangipahoa last August as an example.
They stayed in the cone of danger. They were in the red cone of where they got severe weather. They should have just stayed where they were. And if they would have had generators, it absolutely would have been the best thing to do was stay where they were.
After Ida exposed some problems, many nursing home operators support the proposed changes and possible requirements.
It basically codifies what many nursing home operators are already doing.
Jim Tucker is president and CEO of ComCare Management Corporation. They oversee 15 nursing homes across the state.
Everybody's going to adhere to this, and it's going to be a good thing.
Tucker, a former state lawmaker and Speaker of the State House, says since 2008, when Hurricane Gustav hit, more than 12,000 nursing home residents have been safely evacuated for storms.
144 nursing homes have been evacuated since Gustav, with only, unfortunately, the tragic situation that happened last year in Ida being the real outlier.
But until some people see the new ideas become law and be enforced properly, they're still skeptical.
Regarding operations in nursing homes that, because there's a lack of enforcement, are utterly ignored by operators.
Hopefully the state steps in and does a better job.
Both of those bills dealing with generators and enforcement are expected to pass both the House and Senate and eventually head to the governor's desk by June.